Hey, everybody, I want to thank you again for tuning in with Living with the Savage. Today, I want to talk about something that changed my life forever, and it's weightlifting. I went through my life just as a typical guy, really not working out in the gym. I went to the gym 4 or 5 times over the years, got gym memberships, New Year's resolution. I'm going to change my diet. And I just really never was serious about it. I'd do it for 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month, and, maybe get some minor results or something like that. But I never took it serious. And then about 2 years ago, I made it a lifestyle decision. One of the things that really bothered me that I've seen a lot is when I would go to my kids' high school football games, a lot of the parents were there hobbling around. They were real big in their knees. They'd be barely making up the stairs. And, they're quite a bit older than I am because my wife and I started having kids way too young. But I didn't want to be like that. And so that bothered me. And I always thought about that. And so, I just got to the point. I said, you know what? It's time for a lifestyle change. And so that's what I did. I was at 275 pounds. I was a big boy. I couldn't walk from here to 25 feet without being out of breath. I live on a farm, so I don't even walk on my farm. I get in my truck and drive to go over to the barn that you can throw a rock and hit it so close. I felt sluggish. I felt bad. I didn't have energy. I was stiff all the time. I was swollen and my blood pressure was going up. My cholesterol was going up and I was just eating whatever I wanted and it caught up with me. So I decided I'm going to make a change. So I started off 275 pounds. I'm 5'11". So 275 is pretty big for my height. And 275. And for 6 months, I changed my entire diet. I went in and started working out every single day diligently, twice a day. Now I know I'm not saying that I recommend that for anybody else. That's what I did. That took a lot of discipline. Let me tell you something. For 6 months, I ate the same thing for 6 months straight. But I went from 275 down to under 225. And I was slim and trim. And I did my first bodybuilding show. It was a goal. And I wasn't competing against anybody else, although there were other people on the stage with me. But I was competing against myself. I had a goal. And I reached that goal. And it's changed my life ever since. And from that, my kids, my wife joins me in working out now. And since then, I've learned a lot about working out. And I know how to get gains really good. A lot of people go to the gym and work out for 6 months and they don't look any different. They don't feel any different. That's because when you work out and you lift weights, there's a science to it. You have individual muscle groups that you need to work on in order to get the gains you're trying to receive. I can't go get on the treadmill and think I'm going to get big arms. I can't go do curls and think I'm going to lose 50 pounds. But if you don't know, you just join a membership and go in there, just start pulling cables and pulling bars, and that's what happens. And a lot of people get discouraged about that. I would love to help you guys in upcoming vlogs and different things and, teach you guys what it looks like to get gains in specific muscle groups. A muscle group that I struggled in pretty bad in the beginning is my biceps. When I first started off, my biceps were straight across. I had no peaks. And so I had to work my biceps extremely hard to get them to stand up. But because that's what I wanted, that's what I kept doing. And now I have peaks and my peaks stand up just as high as anybody else's or higher. But it took a lot of discipline and it took a lot of dedication to do that. Another area that I have problems with growth is calves. My dad did not bless me with big calves. My wife's calves are bigger than mine. And so how do you think that makes me feel going to the gym and her calves are bigger than mine? And then she's talking bad about me. That makes it even worse, right? No, not kid. She doesn't. Well, she does talk about me bad. That's right. It is true. No. But so I had to work on my calves every single day, 7 days a week to get my calves where I want them. So there's different things that you can do to get where you're trying to go, but you need to know what your goals are. So if you just want to lose weight, That's one thing that's entirely different from weightlifting. You can do some weightlifting while you're losing weight, but exercising and stretching is going to be a whole lot more important while losing weight than lifting weights is. If you want to get gains and get muscles popping out here, maybe you want some big glutes or some big quads or big shoulders, then you have to go work those muscle groups out individually in order to obtain those things. And a lot of times we look at these guys, these bodybuilders and these big guys, everywhere I go, if I put a tank top on, people stop me and say, hey, can I take a picture with you? Because they're just not used to seeing a big old guy, muscle-bound guy. We don't see that all the time. But here's the thing. A few years ago, I had a dad bod. I've got a picture of me on the beach looking like a grizzly bear. I'm not kidding. I was huge. But I didn't feel bad about myself. That shouldn't make you have low self-esteem. I was fine with myself walking around looking like that. But I wanted to make a change for me personally and individually. It wasn't for somebody else. It wasn't to have a summer body. It wasn't I'm going on vacation, so I need to look a certain way. Let me tell you something. If you want to make a lifestyle change for your health, that's what you have to do. You can't go on a diet. You can't just lift weights for 2 months and everything changes. It's dedication and determination and a lot of discipline, and that comes from the beginning of making a lifestyle change. You have to make a lifestyle change in order for anything to change in your life. And so that was my reason that I wanted to. My life's been totally different. I'm about 3 years in it now, and compared to the way I felt then and the way I feel today, there's no comparison. I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I want to go to the gym and work out. I want to feel good. Those were things that weren't even that wasn't even in my mind a couple years ago. I wasn't thinking about that. That was the farthest thing from what I was thinking about. But now I wouldn't have anything less. If I don't feel good, something's wrong. I need to make adjustment in my diet. If I don't feel good here, I need to make adjustment in my workout. So it's all up to you and what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, but you have to know a few things. Like I said, it's a lifestyle change, number one. Number two, it's discipline, dedication, and determination. Number three, this is something that you have to stick with. This isn't, I'm gonna take a month off. This is something you have to stick with. And number four, which is really just as important as the first three, you need to know what your goals are. Goals change. So see, in the beginning, when I first started lifting weights, I didn't want to be a bodybuilder. Being a bodybuilder was not what I started lifting weights. I wanted to be healthy. And so I did it for the first 6 months. But after I seen what I looked like after the first 6 months, I said, I would like to go ahead and be a bodybuilder and just let's see what my body will do. And that's what I did. So my goals changed. So you have to remember, your goals can change, and that's okay. But when the goals change, your diet changes, your workout changes, your mindset changes. How many times you work out daily may change. So there's a chemistry and a science to this thing, and in order for you to get the results that you'd like to have, it has to be on purpose. So as I'm working out, my journey working out led me to meet a lot of really cool people. And so the first year I started working out, I got the opportunity to go work out with the 5%ers. And so I met all the 5%ers. Martin Ford, he's about 7 feet tall, 300 or 400 pounds. He's a monster. And I was 200 and something, but I look like a baby under him, big as he is. After that, Martin started Ignite. Martin Ford started Ignite Nutrition, which is a phenomenal product. And since then, I had the opportunity to be a sponsored athlete with Ignite. So if you would like to get some Ignite Nutrition products at a discounted rate, go right here and get the coupon code, use it, save yourself some money. Anything you can think of that'll help you physically, Ignite Nutrition has. Anything, everything from pre-workout to protein, BCAAs. I mean, the product line is phenomenal, and we use it all the time, and it's a game changer. In order for you to have high intensity workouts, you need different types of vitamins in order for your body to be able to do those things. And Ignite Nutrition offers all of those things. Thank you guys so much for joining us today with Living with the Savage. I ask you all to subscribe to our YouTube page and ring the bell to stay notified. So head on over to Facebook, give us a like, go on over to Instagram, follow us there, and we'll see you next time on Living with the Savage.
Drop the top, baby, let your hair blow. I'm a rider, baby, what you didn't know. Turn the volume up loud, let the speakers go. It's time to shine, shawty, let your friends know. Drop the top, baby, let your hair blow. I'm a rider, baby, what you didn't know. Turn the volume up loud, let the speakers go. It's time to shine, shawty, let your